Dear friends, greetings to all. Today's topic is objectives of financial management. This is in the first chapter, that is introduction chapter of the subject financial management. The objectives of financial management are related to taking three types of decisions. One is financial decision, second one is investment decision, and third one is dividend decision. Let us see the first one, financial decision. That financial decision is related to raising of finance. That's all. That is how much amount to be raised first, and how much proportion should be the own capital and borrowed capital, how much. Sometimes own capital is called as equity or owners fund, and borrowed capital is known as equity. And suppose 50 lakhs company, 50 lakhs rupees is needed for the company. Then if it is 50% debt and 50% equity, means 25 lakhs own capital, 25 lakhs borrowed capital. Sometimes 30% own capital and 70% borrowed capital. That means 15 lakhs rupees own capital and 35 lakhs borrowed capital. Sometimes that proportion of own capital may be high, that is say 60%, means 30 lakhs for own capital and that 20 lakhs, that is 40% from borrowed capital. Then own capital means how much to be raised from equity share capital and how much as preference share capital. Like that the decision should be taken. And in the borrowed capital, from where it should be collected. Whether all from banks and financial institutions or some portion through the issue of debenture and collecting from the public. Say, I would suppose 20 lakhs decided by the concern as borrowed capital and 30 lakhs as own capital. The 20 lakhs, 15 lakhs may be borrowed from financial institutions and 5 lakhs may be borrowed through issuing debenture, that is from the public. Loan for, say that may be for 10 years, 15 years or 20 years. And in the I think that remaining in the financial institutions, banks how much and how much to the specially formed financial institutions. Like that and the rate of interest, everything should be decided. This is called the financial decision. That depends upon a great study about the nature of the concern, size of the concern, and the nature of the product the concern is going to manufacture, or the nature of the services the concern is going to provide. Then second one is the investment decision. Investment decision is related to investment of the fund. That is, after deciding the sources, quantum of finance, then how much it would be invested. The investment would be in fixed assets, that is permanent assets, and also current assets, means working capital. Permanent assets means land and building, plant and machinery, furniture and fittings. And apart from that, in investment, in other concern they can invest. And working capital, some portion to be provided. Working capital is the financial requirement for day-to-day activities, that is purchase of raw material, payment of wages and salary, and transportation, electricity, etc. And some concern need more portion of the working capital, some need less portion of the working capital. And in the fixed assets, which asset to be purchased, where to be purchased, as all to be decided. That is efficiency of the machinery and the life of the machine. Everything to be studied. That is the investment decision. If it is not properly done, then the quality product may not be produced. As well as that machine may not go for longer period. Like that, so many things are there that would be also taken into consideration. Then third one is dividend decision. Dividend decision is related to the disbursement of the surplus profit. The concern who is working means that concern may earn profit that is calculated every year, and this profit is to be spent for interest, for that is debt, long-term loans as interest. Then after that, tax should be paid, and after paying tax, the profit is there, profit after tax, and this from this profit, according to the Companies Act, there is some compulsion to provide certain percentage as general reserve. After meeting that reserve, then surplus profit may be available. This profit is called divisible profit. Whether all the divisible profit, all the balance amount after meeting the statutory reserve, the amount available, suppose the profit of a concern being say 17 lakhs after meeting all the legal formalities, everything meant for equity shareholders, suppose 17 lakhs available. Let us think that. And out of these 17 lakh, whether the concern can distribute all the 17 lakhs or whether the concern can distribute some portion and keeping some portion as reserve. That is an important question. Keeping large portion of reserve means that is helpful for the concern for future expansion and diversification, and also for meeting future contingency. In future something may happen. So in that situation, it may be helpful for the concern to tide over that crisis. And if more portion is kept as reserve, the shareholders will be getting less amount as dividend. In that situation, the shareholders are not satisfied. Moreover, the price of the share may be coming down. The price of the share in the share market is increasing due to the more dividend for them. And also wealth maximization is also there, but let us see more profit, more dividend. And that reputation is maintained means then the shareholders will be getting more happy and the reputation increases, thereby that some reasonable portion should be given to the equity shareholders as dividend. That is important one. So the question is how much percentage for dividend and how much for the resource, that the concern should decide. Okay, these are all the three decisions the company has to take, that is being the objectives, that is financing decision, then investment decision, then dividend decision. Okay, thank you very much.